Hello, everyone. All right, so hope you're well. Thought we'd do a live stream tonight, getting back to Holding Space Sunday. Um, yeah, there's just so much going on right now. I had really intended to come on first on the portal on 9/9, and then uh, possibly do a moon thing last night, but just wasn't there. There was just, obviously, you know, let's just talk about it. There's lots going on in the world. Um, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Let's talk about that because if you did watch my last week's reading, we, the first day, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, was all about um, still working on ourselves and getting our things going. And then Thursday, I picked up on the reading of um, that it was a breakthrough moment with information, with healing information. And I can't remember the last card. Anyway, oh, it was Mercury, which is communication, right? And we moved into Mercury retrograde either that day or the next day on the moon. So it was, there are no coincidences and there are no mistakes. And obviously, that was the day that um, Queen Elizabeth passed. And so I just really want to come on here to say a couple things about that because it is significant and it is important. And here's why. And this is my opinion. So if for any reason this doesn't resonate with you, just leave it. And then, you know, and then find, maybe come back to me later because you may still need to do some investigating and find out what this all is about. But and I'm sure this is going to shock a lot of people when I say this because it's nothing like new or I've been following all kinds of information on this for a very long time. But the bottom line is this is the start of the beginning of the end of the beginning. How does that work? Anyway, this is the first domino that needed to fall. We've been waiting for this to happen for some time. It is significant because it means this is the start of all the old structures crumbling and dying. So I know that's shocking and hurtful, and some people will completely be triggered by that and probably be tuning this video out right now, and that's fine. But this, the big part of this is do not panic, do not fear. Um, this is this is the start. We've been waiting for the start for a long time, a couple of years, at least since 2016, 2017. Um, it just, it took time for people to catch up, to wake up. We've talked about this before on the channel. Like a lot of what has been happening is happening in order and with a divine plan to wake people up. And not everybody's waking up at the same time and in different layers. So I know it can be like shocking and confusing and things like that. But the bottom line is it's going to be fine. This is all meant to happen. And so that was the 9th. And then the 10th was the full moon yesterday. And that's our opportunity. That was a personal opportunity to, and Mercury was in retrograde too. And there's 5 other planets in retrograde as well. So it was always with retrograde, it's the RE part, right? It's the reflect, repent, restructure. It's all those words that whichever one you want to use. This full moon that just happened was allowing the old systems and the old ways to crumble in our personal lives. So you may have seen I personally didn't, because I think I've already done a good majority of the work, and that I'm not putting myself up on some ego pedestal or something like that. But it's some of us, you may have had relationships fall away yesterday. I already did that earlier this year. It's just an alignment process. It's not something to be upset or worried about. It's just like, set somebody free. If they come back to you, they were meant to be. And again, if they don't, they're not part of your stuff. And so don't spend a ton of time grieving over this stuff, because we have work to do. Yeah. And so that's my big point about all of this, is in the next 2 weeks, we are going to see significant change. There's going to be more dominoes falling. So just, don't get absorbed to the point where you're in panic and fear. This could be anything from financial to religion, to again, it's the three biggies that we're not supposed to talk about. And then, you know, the whole sexual orientation, our whole premise around sex altogether. So those institutions are going to start one by one. So don't panic, don't fear. Just actually, your best thing right now is to sit back and watch it happen. I mean, for most of us, some of these things have like enslaved and, for lack of a better word, ruined most of our lives. We've been entrained, entrenched in, like in them, and just they're not happy systems. So why would we try to cling on to them? Let's just let them go. And the big part though is letting go means you have to have complete trust, like the last video, and faith that everything the new system as it comes in is going to support us all and be fine. So I know that's hard while everything's falling and being pulled out from under you, and and not clinging on to it. So I don't have it in front of me. We've talked about it before. You'd have to go look it up. I could look it up right now, but we're not going to. We're going to do some cards around this. But the Hopi prophecy is, there's a time where the shift was going to happen on Earth, and some people will be clinging to the shore, and they're just terrified that if they let go, they're going to drown. And then there's just some people that are like, I'm going to let go, and they just peacefully float down the river and end up at the new, right? The people that are clinging to, they might actually end up drowning, and it's, we're going to lose some people on this. Like there's some souls that they came in to just, facilitate a few changes, but not everybody's going to make it. And that's the harsh reality of this. But if you want to make it, it's like, do your work, start letting go, stop clinging on to things, stop fighting everybody, stop fighting your ego, stop fighting yourself, and just, the best thing that I'm going to do right now is just be. There's kind of this weird, like, we won't get into the whole details of this group of energy, but it's just like, just sit back and watch and enjoy the show, because it's just a show at this point. It's like all of this is predetermined and predestined, and our best thing is to just rest and watch. Yep, and learn our lessons. And again, and don't cling on so hard. Anyway, and today, of course, Holding Space Sunday, also the 11th, right, has always been, for the last 21 years, has been a nefarious, like heart-wrenching day for all of us. Just, and I don't, again, my beliefs, you can take it or leave it, but it's just like, I think it was purposely done to like put us in fear constantly and control. And then, constantly that we need to like pay attention and grieve and keep that lower vibration going. Um, I'm not saying that grief shouldn't, it can go on forever. Grief is it's different for everybody. And we should always acknowledge and recognize and pay attention. But we also shouldn't like let it sink us down. It is. Anyway, again, my opinion, so you can take it or leave it. Anyway, so we remember, we love, and we move forward, and we do better for those people that passed by making this shift happen. So, okay. Yeah. My other notes, I just want to look at my other notes really quick. Basically, everything right now, everything that's happening is events to awaken us. So if you are already feeling like you're totally awake, again, just hold back and watch the show. You don't need to we don't need to do anything. We don't need to say anything. If you feel like you're just coming into this and you're like, what the? Just understand this is an awakening period. And again, you can also kind of ride that vibe of just watching, and taking things in. And then it's the same thing we talked about before. It's about using your discernment, about using your third eye and your heart, and what is true, what isn't true, and really just surrendering to the flow of this. I know. I mean, I definitely I'm just preaching here, but I'm not perfect. I screw this up every day. Some days I get up and I'm like, this is all crap and we're all gonna die. Anyway, so I just want to touch a little bit back on that reading. So when I first was on the Thursday reading, I didn't look at the other 2 days, maybe should have, but so the breakthrough information came through. And it also was surrounding healing information. And I'm like, this is about healing information. It's not so much about, at first I did think it was about just the recent health stuff we've been through. And then it became apparent as they announced the Queen's passing. And I was like, this is the healing information. We don't have all the details yet, but we will in the next 17 days, 10 to 17 days. So it's about, opening to new information, and we'll see what comes. So while I was saying that, I was shuffling the cards for that day, the 9th. So we're going to look at the portal day, then we're going to look at the moon last night, and then we'll do a quick meditation. So okay, so the first card we got is Emerald, Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, and Conscious Manifesting. So just a quick reminder that, yes, it's one thing to watch what's going on. We still have to be doing our manifestation work. So don't let that slip off, and keep thinking about the things, the emotions, the feelings, the where we want to be. Peace is going every day. Conscious manifesting. We also got the Stargate heart, which is the heart chakra opening, unlocking, and generosity. Yeah, so I mean, this is nothing new than what we've been talking about for the last, I don't know, months now, since I started doing this channel on a kind of full-time basis, or part-time, whatever happened. But it's really getting that out to the collective. And then we also got the Gaia Gateway activation, which is learning experiences, wisdom transmission, and earth intelligence. Yeah, so at the end of the day, the big thing here that most of us, so that was the portal day. I just wanted to know what that particular portal was about. At the end of the day, the big thing is we're being guided to our job is to open our hearts and to get in the spirit of generosity, peace, and love. Then and consciously manifesting at the same time. This is us. The earth itself is in her own ascension process. So she's going to be ascending and doing things, but like all these little things that are happening, which just seem like the dark before the dawn, which it is really just about us getting transmissions from her and her giving her in history. I can't even think of like how you would even compare that. I don't think it happens. It's not a test. We're not being tested, except that we are, because we need to sit in that vibration of peace and love and just pushing that out to the collective and manifesting what we do want to see, right? That's our job right now. There's no other job than that. And then Earth is taking care of everything else. But you have to be in alignment. We have to be in alignment with that. And, we slip out, like, we're human beings. There's days where, like, weekends, whatever, we like, and we don't do any of the work. And we're just like, but then, we always come back to it. And I felt like it's kind of funny because the last couple of days, like every morning that I woke up, it was just like, okay. There was no like fear and worry and that kind of stuff. It was like, this is such an interesting time. Like, I can't wait to wake up and see what's happening today. So it's that kind of thing. It's just manifesting what we want to see happening for us. Okay, so that was the portal. It was just a confirmation that, just keep sitting in the same vibration. I know we keep harping on this every time, and it's kind of the same broken record, but it's not a broken record. It's a record of time. This is what we need to be doing. So that was the portal. Let's do the moon, because we haven't done that. I didn't do, like I said, I tried to hop on last night, but it was just, that moon was pretty intense, like in just a way that it was like a good moment to just reflect and not really be too absorbed in things. Yeah, okay. So we'll do these 3 cards, and then, okay. So this is for the moon last night. The first thing we got is a new start is coming, which is a new moon card. Funny though, because it was a full moon, but it's just letting us know everything's completely on track. It's going to be fine. We are just in this process of waiting for the new to show up. Right, like I said, a lot of the old structures are going to start falling first. There's not a lot we can do about that. It has to happen. Don't try to stop it. Don't try to argue with people about it. We just have to let these things happen. And some of them are coming even more over the next 2 weeks, even 3 weeks, like into October, a little bit into November. And they're going to be shocking. And some of them are going to be frightening. Like, let's be honest. If the market crashes tomorrow, which it might very well, that financially is going to like freak most of us out. So at first, because that's just the way the structure is, but then it'll be returned to us. So that's part of back and fear about that. It's going to take longer for you to see the new. So the thing is it's like, okay, that's what it is. Let's move on. This is what I need. Start asking for what you need. We also got the Well Watcher, which is wisdom and power of the divine. It's also a number 7 card, right? So just 7 is always, for me, very lucky, but also very just confirming of a lot of things. So the bottom line with this is, it goes back to last week's reading, is the divine has this in hand. We just have to trust. It's gonna be hard at times, and we're all gonna screw up. I'll go into like some like fear matrix for about however long it takes us to get through that. The bottom line, though, is the next card we got is support, giving and receiving. This giving and receiving is our balance of our masculine, feminine energy. But besides all of that, the bottom line with that is it's about its manifestation 101. It's like, I'm going to give out to the world this positive, happy energy, and then I get to receive that same thing back 100-fold. So again, if you're out there going, shoot, I mean, it's going to be scary. Like if you have investments of $80,000 and they suddenly become, you are going to lose your absolute. I'd like vomit in the toilet for a couple hours. But the bottom line after that is, it's just like, it's going to be hard, but we have to hold the line and really ask for what we need. So, and again, it's the thing is like we have to start reframing our mind for the new. The new isn't about like needing $1 million or paying this, this, that, the next thing. It is pure and simply about nourishment, to have enough food, water, clothing, shelter, all the root chakra stuff, right? The safety, the security, and then moving up those chakras to the different emotions and things like that. Am I happy? Am I whole? Am I healthy? Like all of those things. It's not about the materialistic pieces of things, as much as we've been entrained to believe that. So, and that, to be honestly, to be honest, that's, hopefully that's what the meditation tonight is a little bit about, is getting just back into alignment in each chakra. And I know I'm just kind of in this space where I'm like, I know this is a lot, guys, but it's going to be fine. It really is. I just want to do one of these cards. They're just kind of calling to me. I will put another reading up for the week to see what the week is about. And, okay. Yeah, okay. So we got ready but waiting. This card is really interesting. Her face is, she's in a moment of reflection, peace. It's a very neutral emotional state, but she is holding the dove of peace. So peace and love, and she's holding it at heart center, is waiting for us. It's ready. It's in the background. It's the end result of all of this. So if there's nothing else from this reading, other days, weeks, things that you take with you in this moment, the bottom line is the peace and the love is waiting in the wings. It's just we're not quite where it's ready to like completely manifest. But the only way we completely manifest that is to sit in it and, and be ready, and we're waiting, but know that it's coming and have total trust and faith. I know I feel like I'm hammering that home every 5 minutes. But, okay, so we're going to do a little meditation, because that's really what Holding Space Sunday is about. It's going to be about aligning our chakras, just kind of for what each thing is really about. It's not too long of a meditation, but yeah, so we'll do what we always do. Find your comfortable position, and once you're nice and settled in your body and it's relaxed, and then I'm going to get you to breathe in through the nose and out through your mouth 3 times. And then just settling deeper with each breath. I want you to imagine a place that you would like to meditate: a room, a forest, a church, whatever speaks to you. Begin to use your tools of imagination and help create and manifest things into reality. Really look around this space. Add decor or nature that makes you feel peace. Add items of color that make you feel love. Breathe and take this moment to set the space around you. Before you now is a long wooden table, and placed in a row are 7 candles, the color of the rainbow. A candle already sits lit upon the table in white, refers to a body red candle, representing our root chakra, ground beneath our feet, our foundation, and our ancestors. Reaching over to take the white candle and light the red with it. And as we do, envision your ancestors and lineage. Say a prayer of peace, gratitude, and honor for all those who have preceded us. Breathe and hold the remembrance of these souls within your heart. Moving now to the next candle, a vibrant, fiery orange, sacral chakra, our ability to express our own connection to our emotions. Lighting this candle, take a deep breath and connect to whatever emotion or feeling that you are experiencing in this now moment. Whatever it is, say a prayer of peace and gratitude for this emotion, its lessons, and honor anything that you are feeling. Breathe and hold this gratitude for our ability to express ourselves. Feel these emotions and feelings, and then with love and grace, release them. The next candle is a bright yellow, just like the sun, our solar plexus chakra, our self-worth, confidence, and our center of courage. Lighting the candle, feel the energy growing within you, the energy of strength and courage. Say a prayer of peace and gratitude for your strong and courageous self. Take another breath and repeat these words. I am courageous, steady, and strong. I move through life and make decisions with ease and grace and courage. Moving next to a deep forest green candle, the heart center, the heart chakra, our inner peace, our home of compassion, forgiveness, joy, and unity, the home of love. Lighting the candle, allow the state of love within your heart to grow. This energy grows to surround your full body. And now we emanate this energy of love and unity out to the world. by saying a prayer of peace and gratitude for all beings. Breathe and allow yourself to rest here in this state of love. That all is truly well, knowing that we are all one in peace, in harmony, and in our integrity and our ability to speak our truth, and also importantly, the ability to listen. Lighting the candle, say a prayer of gratitude and thanks for clear communication and understanding. Gratitude. We say a prayer here for silence, actually, and embrace the quiet and just listen. To enjoy the silence. Next, we come to a candle of a deep sea for all the innate gifts we have, our intuition, knowing that we are naturally gifted and intuitive. Breathe and feel into this intuition. Connect with your inner knowledge. Feel what it says to you in this moment, and as things occur within this world. And then listen to ourselves to find the true answer. Royal purple, our crown chakra. Light a candle and say a prayer of peace and gratitude. You are the universe, and the universe is in you. Breathe and feel through the top of your head as the light comes down from the divine. Feel the deep connection and allow this light to travel through all the lower chakras below it, the 6 below it. And now, just above the table, with all the candles lit, a crystal prism appears. It begins to pull up into itself all the colors of light from each candle, merging them in the middle, and then the light converges to a straight line of pure white light. The beam illuminates now within your space of meditation. 2 pillars of light. This gateway that you can see through is a path brilliantly illuminated that you are ready to cross through this portal and walk your spiritual path. You are light. You are intuitive. You are truth. You are love. You are courageous and strong. You feel, and you are rooted with many ancestors, angels, and guides walking beside you through this time. Breathe and give a final prayer of gratitude for being here now at this time and with such a great mission. We are the ones. Taking a breath and just sitting in your space. Returning now to heart center. Love. But start to bring yourself back into the space. Connecting your feet to Gaia, to Mother Earth. Feeling grounded and safe and secure. And again, taking in 3 deep breaths in through the, and then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So I'm just going to share. Oops. I'm not sure if that all came through. I hope it did. I'll maybe try to re-record this meditation, because when we got into it, I noticed the connection kept coming and going. So you may have missed a good portion of it. But I do want to share what just happened during it. I read the first few chakras, and I was like, I don't remember writing this, but it's really good. I didn't realize that I wrote it. It must have been some as the 1111 portal, because there's a little tiny moment where it references that, but I didn't read it. But it's interesting when we were talking about the pillars of light, and all I could see was the memorial in New York with the 2 pillars of light. I had to take a pause there for a second because I just about lost it. I was like, oh, this is even more important of a meditation than I thought. So anyway, I hope you guys, I don't know who's with me or what's been going on, whether this kept connected or not. There was a lot of instability in the internet, which is funny because, yeah, it just happens. Those things happen, right? Like I said, maybe I'll re-record that one. It's a pretty good meditation. I enjoyed it. So yeah, we'll close here. I'm gonna record tomorrow and do the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Apparently, that's the week next week. Anyway, I'll do the full week. I won't know till tomorrow what the overall theme will be, but we'll look at that. So 3 cards here. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So our first card is unity. It's the world there, bringing the world together. Yeah, it's just keeping this in the heart and in the mind. It is happening. Everything is happening. It looks like crap on paper. Holy crap. Sometimes you're just like, the world's falling apart. What are we going to do? Again, we don't really need to do anything except hold a vibration of love. And this comes up in these cards. So the next card is productivity. I just love, look at all the greenery. Look at this is such a heart chakra card. How we build the new is by, we don't just sit back and totally watch and just hope for the best, right? We have a job to do in that we're manifesting, we're thinking about the energy of peace and unity and the things we want to see. Yeah. And just holding that vibration, not, resting on our laurels and just being like, the universe has got this. So, okay. The universe has got this, but we have to keep in alignment and keep doing our thing. So it's still the self-care, all the things that we've learned up until this point, we're still doing those. We're not just letting things magically happen, but they are going to magically happen. So it's kind of a bit of a paradox there. And then the last card we got was time, which is interesting. So in this card, there's a lot of depiction of the sun. There's a new baby. There's some moon activity. There's the goddess energy. It almost looks like the tail end of a rabbit, jumping down a hole. There's a lot going on, but the overall thing I get from this card is that, I mean, we can get into the thing about time's an illusion and thing, but this is really just saying, it's time. Here we are. We've talked about this forever, and it's happening. So even in those moments where you're completely doubtful and you're like, this is not going to work out. We're all just going to, it's not. This has been destined. It's time. It's the rise of the divine feminine. We're birthing the new. It's happening. The sun and the moon are in alignment, and off we go. On that note, too, we do have a new sunspot turning towards us. It's been an active one. It's thrown off some pretty big energy off the backside of the sun, which, even though it didn't register here on Earth, there was some things going on that day where I was like, oh, we felt it. So facing us within the next couple of days. So yeah, we're still going to get some upgrades and some big energies coming at us. So be prepared for those. Again, it's just about rest, relaxation, self-care, watching the show, not getting pulled into the drama. Just keep swimming, keep breathing, keep loving. Just do the best that you can do for you. And just, the big thing is not panicking and going into fear. So again, we're still here doing those things. I know it seems like we're doing them constantly, but it's very important. And I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. Have a really good night. Get some good sleep, and we'll see you for the card reading tomorrow. I'll pop that up as soon as it's recorded. And who knows, maybe I'll predict another event like Thursday. I just was like beside myself that I was like, I had it. I wasn't quite sure what it meant, but I had it. I don't know. Sometimes just having validation of those things is kind of entertaining. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a great night. I love you.